Hey everybody, Ranchin here, being another StarCraft commentary. Lost Saga MSL continues. This is Group B. This is the second matchup. The intro has been changed, as I've mentioned before. Before I go on to this matchup, I want to tell you guys that I just recently commentated, just a day ago, the OSL Group L, was it? With Nuke the Stars, and it's up on his channel. It was Jadong against Light. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler. Those were three very, very good matches, and I highly recommend you go check those out. They're up on his channel, and that's the reason why these videos are a little bit later out, because I took a little bit priority there because Jadong is Jadong and me and Nuke comment Jadong. So yeah, moving on now to the second game. It's going to be Leta against Hyuk. Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. Okay, feel free to laugh. Leta against Hyuk. Leta is 75% against Zerg, or maybe even more. Hyuk against Terran is under 30. Enough said. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Gonna be on Byzantium II, which is a pretty race-even map, but I don't really see Hyuk winning this at all, unless Leta decides to just fall asleep during the map. You know, he just decides, no, I'm going to take a nap now. I think even if he does that, he might still win, so. I know I'm being a little bit biased, but I just don't see Hyuk having any chance whatsoever winning this. I'm even surprised he's here. So yeah, we're going to have Hyuk in orange at the bottom left, Leta in pink or violet or whatever that is, or purple at the upper right. This is the 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock. So, okay, it's purple. I'll just say purple. So I'll look forward to seeing what kind of builds we're going to go for. This is cross position now on a 4-player map, so all in all, talking about that, it's going to at least make this match probably a little bit longer. I'm not looking to see any cheese here. Both players probably going to go for safe economic builds. A 12 hatch is a fairly good idea for Zerg here. I think that's exactly what Hyuk's going to go for. I think he has his overlord going. If not a 12 hatch, definitely a 12 pool, but I think a 12 hatch is a fairly good starting build for Zerg here. Leta now getting his supply depot just down right now. So all in all, we're going to see how this whole thing plays out. Basically, how does the monster midget of awesome kill the guy that goofs? He's one of the two Zergs. Opinion polls. Apparently there were actually some people that are voting for the underdog. They're just hoping that Hyuk wins. You know, I mean, personally, if you put like a lot of money on Hyuk in like a huge betting pool, everybody else bet on Leta, and just somehow Hyuk came out on top, you'd win a lot of money. Think about that for a second. No matter what happens, both players are going to scout each other second, no matter which direction to go for. Leta now just setting out his SCV scout, and Hyuk also setting out to his CV scout. Hyuk just setting out his drone scout after that overlord. And no, actually Leta not sending, he is sending out a scout, but also getting a quick command center. No barracks up for him yet, as far as I can see. He's just getting quick command center without even scouting at all. So if Hyuk had gone for, say, a 4 pull here, it would have been a perfect time. Even if we would have spotted him late, he should have still been able to get 6 Zerglings in there. Now just getting up his barracks. That would have been interesting. Although I think that barracks would have been up in time even if those 6 Zerglings got in. Spawning pool and gas, on the way. So I believe we went 12 hatch into spawning pool into gas. We're going to see whether he goes from some sort of 2-hatch build, or whether he decides to go for 3rd hatch. I think a 3rd hatch, a 3rd base is actually pretty viable. Leta went for a very early 2nd base, so I think Hyuk should counter in kind by putting down the 2nd base. His 2nd hatchery almost up. I think Hyuk definitely should put down 3rd hatchery. Now he should be able to get in that drone scout. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. Going to try to harass one of the SCVs. Going to try to make sure the barracks doesn't get built. We're going to see actually nothing to counter that now. Finally an SCV out for Leta to take care of that drone, but the drone's going to stop harassing. Just go inside and get some Lair also coming up for Hyuk, so we're going to see 2 base Lair. We could be seeing 2 base Lurkers here, or we'll see whether that's what he goes for, although I think he should play a more economic game. Gas going for Leta meanwhile, so he's probably going to go for a mech build. Also putting up a bunker, so maybe he's fearing some Zergling attack, and that's actually a very good idea because Hyuk didn't expand second time he could pump a bunch of zerglings and try to go and run by, but with that bunker there and that barracks both in very good positions, blocking very well, should be able to do anything. So, lair on the wear and Hydra's Den. So we are indeed probably going to see 2 base lurkers, and it's a very cute girl. I might be taken, but I'm allowed to look. Them's the rules. My girlfriend can look at as many hot guys as she wants. She can even tell me about it. I don't really care. So, yeah. But enough about my personal life. Hydra's Den now is up. Lair also up. We're going to see if he goes for quick lurker tech and tries to push in. Could be viable, but I don't know about that. Factory now on the way. We're going to see whether he tries to go armory also in the second factory. No machine shops. We're going to see if he tries to pump just a bunch of vultures from both of the factories and go for harassment. Meanwhile, speed upgrade ready for those lurkers and a spire on the way for Hyuk. Hyuk going very heavy, going for a second gas, very 2-base heavy tech. We're going to see, I think he should be actually going for an expansion. First Vulture, meanwhile, out now for Leta. That's going to be prevented from going out. The Vulture is not speed upgraded, and with speed upgraded Zerglings, they definitely outrun that Vulture. Vulture, meanwhile, going to get repaired. Machine Shop coming up, and Armory almost ready, so we're going to see whether he goes. Academy also actually on the way, so I don't really think that's for any Marine build. Don't think that's biomech. I think that's simply to get some scans going, because he's not going to be getting scouts inside of Hyuk's base anytime soon, but he needs the scout. He needs to know the builds. He probably doesn't know that the Mutalisks could be coming his way, and if he doesn't figure that out, he could be in trouble, although he does have the army going, so getting some Goliaths out there shouldn't be too much of a trouble. We're going to see whether he goes for a tank Goliath build. That is the build these days, which is very, very strong against Zergs. A mix of Vultures, tanks, and Goliaths just melts Zergs completely, and there has been no huge counter created for it quite yet. Machine Shop is upgrading in a factory on the way. There's also the first tank out there. Engineer Bay also on the way, so Leta is thinking of putting up some turrets to defend. First Hydra's now is out there. No siege, meanwhile, is just going to take a few pot shots there. No lurkers on the way as of yet for Hyuk. He's just pushing in with a couple of Hydras, actually just shooting at those. As you're going to see eventually do a lot of any damage. Spire is up, and a bunch of eggs are morphing. We're going to see if those are some Mutalisks on the way. More Hydras keep pushing in to kind of try to take out down the supply dude, but now, siege is up, and boom, one shot going off, so that's going to be prevented. But meanwhile, Mutalisk now out for Hyuk. We're going to see his lauded Mutalisk micro. I'm being sarcastic. And Goliath, meanwhile, up for Leta, so he should be able to take care of this pretty well. No turrets up yet. I don't even know if he knows Mutalisks are coming, although I assume he knows they're coming his way, because he probably has comsat stations. And okay, missile turrets not being set up, but he could catch off guard. He is indeed going to take out the SCV, and the turret's not going to go up. Now going to go right for the main. There are no Goliaths there as of yet, so he should be, at least for a little while, get some harassment done. No, he does nothing. Hyuk doesn't go for anything, instead feeling free to attack SCVs that are trying to put down missile turrets. That's pretty viable. Overlord meanwhile pumping out for him as well. I think Hyuk should be using this opportunity to actually take another expansion, because Leta has 2 bases and he has mech going, and that's going to be very dangerous for him. And those Goliaths, of course, as soon as they get all their upgrades, should be able to defend all this very well. Missile turrets on the way. Lots and lots of Mutalisks. I don't actually know why Hyuk doesn't feel free to push in somewhere. He definitely has enough Mutalisks to try to go for this. If he just tries to take advantage of the Goliath's lack of maneuverability, he should be able to shell, if not the main, then at least the natural. There's only one turret so far from what I saw the natural. Instead, he's going to go for the main, going to take pot shots at that engineering bay, trying to prevent a scout maybe. It's just going to fly around, not really going to be doing anything, trying to reinforce. But Charon Booster's now on the way, and ooh man, look at that range. Just taking out so many Mutalisks, so much damage done to those Mutalisks now. Suitable. Hyuk has to. I think Hyuk definitely should focus on the natural for now. I don't think it has to do with it. He has a couple of turrets up there, but that's what he does. One turret goes down, going to see if he'll be able to get another turret. No Goliath, in that position. Second turret goes down. Now should be able to take out quite a few SCVs. There is just that bunker with Zrin said Goliath's now moving in, and again, right now, he should be moving right into the main. Just go past those Goliaths, onto the side, flank, and go for the main. Gonna see if he can do any damage there. Now, third hatchery coming up, but still no third mining base for Hyuk. He's just feeling free to get lots and lots of Mutalisks. Taking down turrets, taking down CV, so he's doing a pretty good job. There's one Goliath there so far. That's not doing, but no, man, only more Goliaths now moving in. Charon Boosters raining hell on those Mutalisks, of course. Leta, of course, the problem, I'm saying of course way too much, but I almost said it again there. The problem with Leta here is that despite him getting an economy up, he's being very, very heavy on Goliath. That's very interesting. Several drones mining outside of that base. We're going to see what that's going to do. He's still being prevented from moving out, of course. Those units not doing too much damage, but they are taking down some SCVs and preventing, making, of course, Hyuk invest in some, what was I going to say? Like, Leta invest in some Goliaths instead of some ground forces, which should be able to push up. Right now I get what those drones were. The drones were simply, hatcheries were rallied at that location, and then Hyuk decided to build some drones, and those drones ran away, and this just shows that Hyuk does not quite have the micromanagement skills, the paying attention skills, and the APM apparently to really pay the pros. He has to pay attention. You can't allow